the question I asked was that let's not forget the 100 million the Ngige administration invested. Let's not forget the 4.4 billion naira that the
and several billions invested by other Anambra citizens.
Very good. But
several
then,
billions.
if these tensions that are being created now, because of course right now it's just in the realm of a peaceful protest, but then if the people who are aggrieved decided to go the Niger Delta way, then it means your state government's investment is at stake. So don't you think it is high time the Anambra state government should start reaching out to the Kogi state government and probably the Enugu state government to resolve this matter amicably?
Yes, your point is good. But then we are not the ones protesting. We've not carried any placards. We've not called any state names. We've not said we've misadvised Mr. President. So we are sitting pretty. We don't have any problems. We say we want to relate very well with our neighbors. We have a sense of good neighborliness. The governor of Anambra State today is somebody who is given to peace. He's not the combative type. So we're open for discussion. We are not protesting against anything. If our neighbors have any grind with us, of course we are there. My governor is open for discussion, but we are not complaining. It is the person or party who is complaining that should reach out.
Fine and good.
Thank you, Mike. I think when I made my first statement, we are not in contention with Anambra State. And I want to caution here, you have asked, I made a statement, I wish you retract it before you leave the studio, that any person aggrieved should sack Orient.
No,
hold on.
That was a figure of speech.
That
was a figure of speech.
I'm coming. He had better retracted that position. Because the peace Orient is enjoying now is by virtue of the goodwill of the governor of Kogi State, who had appointed a licensing officer, and there's a community relationship team that is saddled with keeping the peace over the land. And it is on that basis that the governor of Kogi State was invited by Orient. The event at Aguero 2 on 30th August was purely an invitation of Orient. I have this document from Orient stating precisely where their OPL covers, where their facilities are located, and where their activities. They are supposed to be doing further activities in Ibaji. One, for instance, I need to caution here, is that the Anambra people have been on their aggression. I go back memory lane so that Mike can go back home and state this clearly.
Are you talking about physical aggression?
Yes. In 1994, the Aguleri people came over to Obale to fight over an acquisition of land. Obale is over 10 kilometers to 15 away from the oil well, but it's an oil-rich community. We have kept the peace. We have been calm about it. Physical war, they did. Now we have kept the peace. There's oil well at their background, and we are saying, let us be acknowledged as the owners of this. Anambra, go and become oil manufacturing. Nobody is complaining. Your investment is in oil refinery. That's what you have been investing in. The state that should be pronounced oil producing is the state from where the oil was located and where the oil is drilled at the moment.
There is one oil well. There's actually an oil well in Anambra State.
Let them drill their own and get their facilities. The one that is providing the stock for the crude that is being taken to the barge on the edge of Anambra River at Iga. I have on my phone the pictures of Iga community where they also are claimed to, because it's just across the same river Anambra, which they call Anambra down there. And of course, because probably I have maps to show you where the origin of Imabolo River is. I have it in the studio here. Go and look at the maps. Let us be clear about this one.
The map of Anambra River. The map of Anambra River.
Well, gentlemen,
it's also
most unfortunately,
and it is wrong to say that Anambra attacked Kogi. If communities living side by side had misunderstanding,
we should not see it as a government-sponsored Anambra State attacking Kogi State.
Problem.
It was
after all, within Anambra State, communities like also quarrel. And I know within Kogi State,
we have
also quarrel.
Run out of
time.
We should not
misinterpret
we just can't exhaust this topic. And actually, if I had known that it was going to take us so long to get to this point, then probably we would have started this discussion a lot earlier. But most unfortunately, I wish we had more time, maybe another half an hour to thrash this out, because there are more issues, coming up. But then the promise I can make is that next time around, we're not going to let this issue die down. We have just scratched the surface, and we expect that soon enough we will still revisit the matter, because this is not the end of the story. But on politics today, this is where I'm afraid we have to call it a day on this edition, which has begun to focus on the issue of ownership of oil deposits. Are they in Anambra State? Are they in Kogi State? The National Boundaries Commission may also have a thing or two to say about that matter, and probably Oren Oil. But for now, let's say this is where we'll be leaving it for today. Thanks so much for keeping faith with us. I'm Charles Eruka. Same time next week, join us again for another edition of Politics Today, and most probably we might just be looking at the issue of oil once again. Good night.